Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rolo, and welcome back to Foundation. Yeah, it's been a little bit of time since I've actually recorded or streamed anything around Foundation, and mainly putting anything on my channel. Yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting few months. Yeah, I don't really want to go into it too much. But yeah, some personal stuff that I had to deal with, and I'm back now, so hopefully we can continue on this series, because there's one for Foundation as well as one for, what's it called again? Pioneers of Begonia, that I need to continue with and get moving. So yeah, I think today we're just going to do a little bit of a live stream. I hope the sound is actually okay. I can actually check. It seems fine. Doesn't seem like I'm just going to turn the game down just a little bit. But I don't think the game will be overpowering towards the rest. So, yeah, I think we're fine. Just want to double check the last thing before we can get moving. And, yeah. So let's see if I actually open up the stream on a different screen. This is just to check the quality, everything, make sure all of that is fine. Perfect. So, welcome everybody. I think the last time we left off, we basically started to build our small little encampment here for the castle and to keep, just to get a few new people to patrol our little area, as that's one of the requirements that we do need for housing density to increase. We also need to start looking at getting some additional fortifications for our little village, because that's also a big part in how we can expand the density, because we do need the density, because it becomes a bit difficult if you have a lot of places people can work with but not enough places that people can live in, and you can't really use all of the available space just for having housing. So I just want to see what I was busy with, because I haven't played since the last time. So it seems like I was building a granary and a butchery, because I think there's a few hunting huts around here somewhere. Yeah, so that's what we were busy with. Maybe you can see them down. Yeah, there's a hunting hut. So that is definitely what we were busy with. So we'll continue on with that. Alright. Sorry, I also need to get a new mouse, because this mouse, yeah, it's zooming in and some weird stuff that I don't really want it to do. Right, so also building a few homes. Cool, so let's see, we have someone that does not have a job, and I think we have a builder's workshop here that I want to start expanding on. And I do believe, if I look at my territory, okay, so we have this territory at the top. I think this is probably one of the more recent pieces that we've added, is this territory at the top, but I think I need to get some places for some more food. Because I think from a food perspective, berries are fine. It's just getting the butchery up and running, but I might need to get more berries though, because yeah, that is one of the staple foods that we have. So let me add this so we can just assign more people to get more berries. I don't have the money for it though, so I probably need to do I think it's a mandate that I need to run for it to work. I think it's a tax mandate or levy, so we need to get to the levy in order for us to building that. I think I need to do that. It does bring down the happiness a little bit, but unfortunately in the beginning of the game you have to do these kind of things. So yeah, we'll build that, and then I think the butchery you can then also start building. I think there's 2 of them, just so that we can get that rolling. Just want to see, let me speed up the game just a little bit. Do we even have a church? I don't think we do. That's also something that we need to build. I know we do. Apologies. Awesome. We have upgraded to a little town, which is fantastic news. So that will... I don't think it really gives us any additional things, but we do get more prosperity points, which is what we do need to expand. So the first ones that I want to get is the goods market. So I just need the money for that, because we need to start selling our food. I think we'd already have the food markets, but this is to sell some clothes and commonwares and stuff that we will get to a bit later. Some villagers in your community are unhappy. They have their reasons, but one thing is clear: they will have to... What? They will leave if life in your village does not improve. Check to see. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what's bothering them. It's mainly... Okay, refined food is something that we will get soon. That's for actual meat. And then... Yeah, housing. I know housing is... It's getting there. Don't you worry. Okay, so I think from a military perspective, I don't really think there's much that I can do just yet. Because we have the castle. We just need the fortification. And the fortification, I see some of them already has it, so the density of them should improve. But I don't think all of this area is covered by fortification, because you get these little watchtowers and stuff that you can work with. Yeah, let's just assign that one guy to get some more berries before I forget. Okay, and this church occupancy is full, so we might need to expand it just a tiny bit. So let's see, probably a bit stuck with this one, so we might be able to just add a few extensions here or there. Not sure how much it increases the attendee capacity, but I don't think it's much. We can probably increase the height of this a little bit. There we go. So it increases it by 18. That's quite a decent amount. Man, why didn't that apply? I want to... because I need to apply the change, but I need money for that. Of course I need money for that, and I don't have the money. It's fine. What's this? I don't have bread for you at the moment, sorry. Cool, let's see what we can sell. I think I'm already selling what I can. We should be able to get meat quite soon. I think the butcheries are being built. So once we have meat, we can actually sell that. And I think that's mainly it. We'll get our gold bars and gold ore quite soon. That should come in as soon as we start getting into more advanced technologies. Cool. So I see the one butchery is built. You might also need to... Let's see from a hunting perspective. Okay, I think we might need to have another hunter's hut here as well. I just plop that down there. Because I do believe the hunters, they are quite full. Yeah, so the butcheries will be very, very needed. I'm just waiting for new people to join, and then I'll start building the butchery. Ah, we do have that. Nice. Almost missed him, actually. So, yeah, you guys can go to the butchery, and we should now start getting some refined foods. And I'm going to convert one of these berries to start selling meat, as that is going to be one of the more core resources that we will need. Alright. So, from a money perspective, we also need to try and see how to, or where we can unlock some of the trading routes. Because your trading routes are what's going to help us to really move forward quite a decent bit. So we can start selling fish. I don't think we have a river that we're using just yet. But we're going to sell fish, and we're going to, yeah, I think start selling our common clothes as well. Because those things should be quite easy to make. And it will really drastically increase the amount of income that we get. And it's also to upgrade that particular trade route. Because some of the challenges are there to upgrade it. Yeah, so this is for the refined foods. Okay, that's the happiness. Yeah, see, we just need a little bit more happiness, then we should be good. Okay, I need to paint a reforestation zone. Sure, I did that already. Yeah, I did that already. Acquire lumber camp improvement progression. Okay, that I don't have yet. We'll get to that soon. And from a housing perspective, yeah, I can expand just a tiny bit into here. And let's see if we can move this. Let's move it today. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, because housing is definitely a problem, just 1%, but I think some of the homes that are being built, I think when they're under construction, you can't really have people, yeah, can't really see, or can't really move into it, but that's as far as I understand, because from the very beginning, before the main 1.0 update, people couldn't get their housing needs met if the house is busy upgrading or being built, which I do believe is the case here as well. So it'll just give that just a little bit of time. So every of our other resources seems fine. I just need to have increased wood gathering, which is also a part that we will expand upon. So that's where we'll need this lumber camp improvements, and we can remove the one lumber camp and essentially just have one main lumber camp that we can not exploit but expand. So because there's a lot of, I think you can maybe double, almost triple the amount of people that can work in one particular lumber camp, which is really, really perfect and exactly what we want. Let's see. I guess they're not selling refined meats here yet. So one of these, I'm going to change that to be meat. So you guys should be able to get that meat in order for us to continue on. Let's see, what's the levy mandate? Is still at negative 14%. The levy mandate has to be done. I'm very sorry, because we have to apply these changes to the church, unfortunately, because we need to have that additional service capacity. And these are on patrol, so yeah, okay, there's a lot of things happening. So if you want to have a specific military base, let me also build this. If you want to have a specific military base that caters to military missions, as that is also some things that we'll have to look at. So the mission list, it seems like your military might need to get stronger and stronger, and you get different rewards based on what we do. So yeah, that does seem like something that we will have to take into account and look at. Right, awesomeness. Sorry, just want to check something quickly. There we go. So, okay, we have one new person. I need to remember to actually bring them in, because if you forget to do that, you will get yourself in quite a lot of trouble. Let's assign one more woodcutter here. Okay, we have someone that's already in the forest again. I was afraid that I did not. Cool, so we should now have all of the needed parts to really start get going. The beginning parts of the game it's always very, very slow. Which sometimes gets annoying because you have to wait for stuff to happen. But it's just the way the game works. We don't really have a different choice. So as soon as things pick up, you will start getting more and more ways to build things, and there's more stuff to do. So we'll always then be busy. It's just at the very beginning we just need to, yeah, we just need to be a bit cognizant about what we do. But that's fine. Alright, so because we don't have enough people living in our little village, that's probably one of the main things that we have problems with. So from a wood perspective, a plank perspective, we have enough. It will seem like we have enough, but from recent experience, it's never enough. Right, let's speed the game up just a little bit more, because you are kind of waiting for our people's needs to be fulfilled. seems like their desire for meat should now be fulfilled. So they should start, also refined food, they should start to get a bit happier. And from a service perspective, we have 42 spots available for them, which is fantastic. That's exactly what we want. And yeah, let's invite these two new peeps here. And they can also be part of the secondary butchery. I think there's a building here that I need to build as well for the hunter's hut. But that's cool. Okay. So we need to start setting out a little area for us where we can really enclose a little area of the village. Because that's how you can really get your more richer and more well-off people, or rank, the higher rank citizen for that. Because we can get commoners, but we don't really have everything yet for commoners to flourish. We need a few more people to move in for us. Barracks housing. Is it too small? Can expand it if you need more housing. Okay, so I'd never built that sub building. I'm sorry. I thought I did. Let's just build them some housing. Go and just put the entryways on. I honestly thought that I did build the barracks housing, but yeah, that doesn't seem to be the case at all. Okay. Berries still seems quite low. Let's see, so the berries, okay, they're not too far, but we might, but I don't think we have the territory here at the bottom. But we'll definitely need to get more berries. It's quite important, because at the moment we really don't have a lot. So, okay, so this guy's full, so we should... Oh, no, it's not full. It's waiting for actual wood. Okay. But he should get more people to join. It's because our happiness is so low. Yeah, it becomes a bit of a pain, because the happiness is really tied towards how frequently people will come and how much of them will... Not frequently, but what the desirability is of your village. And that really plays a massive role if people want to move in. So if you can look here, we can see that the... Can you see it? It doesn't show. Oh, here we go. Immigration is high. So yeah, so every few days they will come and visit, and we can then make them part of our little village. So we really need to be careful not to bring our happiness down too much, because otherwise we literally can't do anything. Yeah, I know housing is insufficient. I'll most likely... Does this thing say? Okay, so they are full. So for this, we will look at saving some boar, and the rest will be all of the refined meat, because that is what our people need. From a housing perspective, yeah, I should be able to... Okay, so they can build there. I just think it's just a lack of people moving in, or are they actually full? Yeah, they are full. So we need to find a way for fortification. I think it's some of these things. Rustic architecture. And the village, village fortification, that's what we need. But we don't have enough labor splendor. That's also another part that we need to look at. So we can see here, some of these things will give us some labor splendor, so we can... I usually just plop around some of these things randomly. Because, yeah, I mean, we need to get the splendor in order for us to expand. So I usually just place some of them randomly, so we get an extra 7 splendor. How much we need? 25, and we have... Okay, we have 7, so we need 25 splendor, so we probably add a little bit more. Some of these things will give you a lot more splendor. What does this thing cost to build? So yeah, the more expensive thing is to build, the more splendor it will give you. So that will give us 9 additional splendor. Let's see, there should be 1 or 2 more things that we can add here. Let's also add this wooden shed. 7, and the stable fence thing. That seemed to do well. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we are actually getting some money in. Oh, we have 4 people that want to join. That's awesome. So I think it's starting to pick up now a little bit. There we go. I want to build this, please, with that little bit of money that I got. And then let's assign 2 transporters to that. And then I think some more people to get berries. And we'll see what jobs we have. What's this? I don't want to increase taxation. I have a monthly profit from taxes above 100. Oh, that's quite a lot. Gonna have a difficult time to get it there, but we need to buy a territory to expand here to the lower part. But I don't really want to do the mandates, or the levy mandate yet. So what's this? Improve your castles with meaty cooking pot. Okay. That's also something that we need to do. Having decorations. So the meaty cooking pot, that's what we need. Oh, there's a nice little courtyard area here, so let's put the cooking pot here. Put a little rack here for spears. Go. And a flag, that looks cool. What else can we put here? A rustic canopy. Yes, that will do it. Let's put it around here. So, yeah, the game's quite focused on having all of these bits and pieces that will build up your parts of your kingdom, like your splendor and all of your labor implementations. It's a way for you to unlock more things. I think they want to kind of force you to be decorative and build the decorations for all the different parts, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. But we need to get some goods. What is this? Okay, so we need bread to improve our trade with the other parties, but we don't have the money. Obviously, I think food is of high importance. If you look at our trading, I think also refined stone is also very, very important. Because if we go and look at our trading, we can see that polished stone is also something we can sell. And I do believe somewhere this bread also comes in that we can sell. I think it's from one of the other tradesmen. Okay, you can actually unlock this trading partner. But we don't really have anything to sell with them just yet, so I'm gonna leave it there because we also need the labor splendor or the labor influence to start unlocking more of the labor parts of this game. Before I forget, those people need to join. Okay, so our butcheries are full. Let's actually have a look from our jobs where we need people to. Okay, so woodcutters we do need. Builders not that much just yet. Armor we don't. This warehouse we don't really need that, so I'm gonna save them just a little bit. Just for the time being, because we will unlock some of the other things soon. I need to probably discuss a levy. So let's discuss the levy. Let's pause the game. So what we do need from a money perspective is we need to unlock a few things. We need to unlock farming, and we need to unlock the lumber camp improvements. That's very, very important. I don't want to use all of the money just yet, but clothing is fine. To have 30 additional money, that's good. So I think this little area here will be quite nice for farming. It's close to the water. I have a little nice aesthetic to it. I think you can make it look quite pretty. So Also, and the sheep farms and all that, we need to see where we can build that. Maybe that's what we can have up here, but we need to clear it out first. But this is mainly going to be for our wood production though, so you need to find a bit of a different location. So let's see, from a food perspective, yeah, it's getting all of the bread related things in order. So let's okay, so we can actually expand our woodcutters out. So no man, I don't want to zoom in like that. So this guy we can actually destroy. Then we can take this one and improve it. That bell. So we have 3 additional wood. I don't know why my mouse does that, sorry. So that increases the worker capacity by 2. So what we can do is we can just plop down one of these, apply the change, and then let's build the stewing pots as well. There we go. And then we can also increase the storage capacity of these things, which I think is really, really cool. So let's see, a wood depot. I want to turn it. Why doesn't it want to turn? Doesn't want me to turn it, okay. Then I'll leave it there. That's fine. So, yeah, so now, as soon as they're done, the additional people that we have that will do the wood cutting will then start using that. So, it's not like we're wasting those 3 people working there. And that's what we want at the end of the day. And, let's see. Yeah, it's quite a decent start for us, or a continuation. I think we just need to expand a little bit on the territory side of things. We do have a positive income for the first time. That's really, really good. A large part of it is because we can sell the meat and we are getting some income from taxes. I think they have a point of increasing the taxes a little bit. That should probably alleviate the see, there's a taxation. See, but I don't really want to go to there because that the happiness will go down quite a significant amount, because you put it there, it almost doubles my tax that I get in, but the happiness more than doubles unhappiness, so I don't really want to go that far. So I'll keep it there for now. We'll try and manage the levies as we go along. It's definitely a problem for us. I think we will need to have one more levy to request because we want to start building the farmlands. So let's maybe do that. Can only do it in one more day. So let's just see where these people can then be assigned to their different jobs, because they have to be assigned to things anyway sometime. Because I have quite a lot of people not doing anything. Okay, there we go. So most of our jobs have been assigned to their respective locations. We got a nice influx of money, so it's decent, but I think the max that we can trade at the moment is 25, so we'll have to get bread, because I know bread is also one of the main factors. If we look at the different mandates, we'll see Northbury is the one that we do rely on the most, especially early game, and they do need 50 bread, which we don't really have at the moment, so we need to find a way to get that. Let's see, it's the levy. Okay, we can get the levy. Sorry guys, I need to do the levy. You need to give me your money. Ah, but the territories are so funky. I'll probably have to clear out this area here. I can only buy one. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do, that's usually how I do it. I'm gonna build a lumber camp here. So we'll just see where our wood cutting is gonna happen. So I'm gonna expand the wood cutting to this area over here. But what I want to do is I want to... Yeah, sorry, this noise is quite annoying. I want to clear this area out entirely. So yeah, so if we just increase this little area here, we should be able to make use of this for farmland, just as a nice starting point. I want to move it down to here to the right hand side a bit more as well. So as soon as we get that out of the way, we can really expand on what we currently have available to us. Especially the bread. I know the bread has been bothering me so much. And also where someone can live. Let's see. I'm gonna just use this small little area for residential areas and expand the patrol to that, and we can assign the first woodcutter to this. I think I need to pause the forest camp. I'm gonna pause that just for a little bit. The reason for that is I just want to avoid them trying to cut down the trees that's being replanted, since you can't specify what area needs to be extracted per woodcutter's hut. That is normally a bit of a problem. I think I actually reassigned those other woodcutters to different jobs before this was even finished, so that's my bad, sorry. So we'll just have to wait for the rest to join before we can really continue on with what we want to do. It's really cool that they actually show you which buildings are paused. I love that. Just to avoid you from trying to decipher what you need to do next. Because we're getting one more person, but yeah, my happiness is very low. Mainly due to the levy mandate. Which is fine. It's not the end of the world. Right, so this might take a little while, but what I'm going to do so long is I'm going to start looking at placing the infrastructure for the farms. So just see, where does this... Okay. I'm going to probably change the reforestation area just a little bit. Just want to cut it off until about there. I mean, that should be a large enough location for us to work with. So just at the top of that last berry hut is where we're going to start building our wheat farms. So we're going to start with one over here. I don't want to make the wheat farms too big. I know that they also have the ability to expand, and you can also make them larger, so we also need to keep that into account. So I'm just going to start adding the base ones that I'm going to need. So one there. I think we're probably going to need... Probably going to be two of them, to be honest. Because we can expand on them quite a decent amount. So those two will be there. And then from a perspective of a windmill, this thing is going to move this part. So I'm going to try and put my windmills here close to the road. Well, let's put them a bit to the middle of this. I think we'll only need two for now. We will expand to this side as well. And then a bakery, we're probably also going to need two bakeries. So I want to try and keep it quite close by. So let's put the bakeries here close to the middle. That will look pretty nice, I think. Yeah. That looks fine. There we go. They're quite expensive buildings to build, so we'll have to wait until we get a bit more income for us to really fast track that. I don't want to promote people just yet. It's a little bit too early. If I promote people now, I'm gonna have a lot of problems. Okay, so I'm gonna assign one more person to that woodcutter's camp. A few of them will automatically go over again, like I said, if we move to that end of things. And we can assign one farmer for now. So you'll see that the area isn't really viable yet for us to farm on. So this is going to be the first one. Like I said, it will be expanded. We'll be able to increase it. There we go, just to have something to start off with. It's not really gonna do much just yet. I think the real income that we're going to get from this is going to be very minuscule, but we might as well do it while the rest of the building is busy. I can actually build the additional wheat farm. I think these are 50. Yeah, they're 50 each. So I'm probably going to have to do another levy mandate for me to get that. And hopefully we can get rid of all of this wood. But it should be quite quick, because we have this quite larger one here, and the reforestation is currently down. So that shouldn't really replant this area. It's going to cost us a little bit for a bit, but it's okay. Okay, we have a surplus of materials that I know. Just want for interest's sake want to see the people that are living here. Like I said, they have food. I just don't understand where the refined food problem is coming from. I think there's probably not enough stalls for that. Yeah, that's the case. Yeah, because it's not the best location for this whole thing. Let's move them a bit back into here. And okay, do I have cloth? I do, not a lot. That's fine. Yeah, I'll need another food store. Put it on the other side of this road. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna probably assign this one guy to the food store. Oh damn, it actually takes them down, so it has to be rebuilt if I move it. Okay, I didn't expect that. That wasn't the plan at all. Okay, so you, newcomer, you can become a hunter, because we will definitely require you, or a lot more of these boars. So meat is practically full. That's really great. It seems like it's a lot of resources now as we speak, but as soon as you start increasing it, it kind of goes by you. You don't really pay attention to how much food you have available, and then all of a sudden you notice that you have nothing to show, nothing to use, nothing to work with. And yeah, it really bites you quite hard. So we'll have to just keep that in mind. Okay, let's see here. So from a labor splendor perspective, how much do we have? Let's see. Oh, come on. We have 24. But I don't think we can buy any of these. Okay, we need one more labor splendor point. Okay, so let's see, what can I build for that? Let's maybe update this one. I think this one has some room for improvement. Let's also put on the two chickens. And as soon as they're done, we should have enough labor splendor to start expanding a bit more into, yeah, like I said, we need the fortifications for housing density, and treasury we also need quite a bit. Yeah, we also need to have an edict. That's also something that's very important. The bailiff to do some investigations on. Come on. Sorry about this. So the bailiff will also do some investigation on this little piece of rock here to see if it can find some very important materials like iron and gold, which is stuff that's really important for us to use. Okay. So it looks like they are clearing out this little area quite nicely. So this particular... Okay, they have 9 wheat. That's not bad. You can actually start getting some bread from that, but I don't think that's going to be a lot of bread. Maybe a handful. 1 or 2 breads. Hey, labor tier 2 reached. That's awesome. So we are now able to unlock some of these things. And everything else besides your common path does not require you to pay money to get that, which is great. Yeah, let's have another meat stall there, and you... Yeah, he can be the secondary farmer over here. Just so that we can get that started. Okay, nice, the house is being built. So the new people will start living there. that is awesome. That's exactly what we want. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call that for today's stream. Yeah, it's just been a quick little stream for me just to get back into it, and yeah, again, very sorry for not streaming in quite a bit of time. Yeah, there's some personal things that happened that I had to deal with, and yeah, really didn't have any time or capacity to stream. It was a sudden thing that happened, so yeah, it's sad, but I'm happy that I can start doing it again and actually creating higher quality videos as well, because I love creating these videos and you guys seem to enjoy it. So yeah, thank you very much for joining today's stream, and I hope to see you guys soon. And yeah, should all have a great one. Till next time. Hey.